I'm Elizabeth at Literary Princess. If you are new here, welcome. I have a PhD in English literature with a focus on Victorian women novelists, and as you might expect, I love to read. Today I have a currently reading video for you. I'll be honest, since the start of the year, I have not felt like reading very much. I think part of it is that at the beginning of the year, I was reading, I think it was like 4 classics, and I was kind of burnt out. And I just didn't want to pick them up, so I did other things. I have been really into the game Tiny Bookshop on the Nintendo Switch. And I'll be honest, my reading time, or what I would usually have as reading time, has largely been spent playing Tiny Bookshop, in which you are a person with a mobile bookshop living in a cute little seaside town, and you are selling books to people. And you get to recommend them books. And the books, almost all of the books in the game are real books, so I've actually gotten some recommendations, which actually got me back in the mood for reading. But anyway, yeah, so I spent a lot of time doing that, but in the last week and a half, I've been getting back to reading more. And I am currently reading 4 books. So let's jump in. First up is one of those classics that was making me not want to pick up the books I was reading. And I am reading this for a read-along being hosted by Katie from Books and Things. This is Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. I have a 5-volume bilingual edition. This is volume 1, Fantine. I am on chapter 5. So for January, we were supposed to be reading volumes 1 and 2. Again, I am on chapter 5 of volume 1. So obviously I am not going to be keeping pace with the read-along schedule. So early on in January, not on the 1st, but pretty close after, I started this and I read 3 chapters in the French, and I was like, well, that's enough of that, and put it down for 20-something days. So now I am okay, come on, girl. I'm gonna at least read 1 chapter a day, and this very well might take me the entire year to read the full book. And you know what? That's fine. Because reading in my second language is hard. It's really hard. And also, this man makes Charles Dickens look like the epitome of brevity. Sir. 5 chapters in, we have not been introduced to any big characters. I'm pretty sure, based on my knowledge of the story, which, I'll be honest, mostly comes from the musical, but the character we are with now is not a main character. He does important stuff, but I do not need to be hearing about the way he budgets his money for different stuff. We're with the bishop. I don't remember. I don't know how to pronounce it. Myriel. Myriel. He's a bishop. He's a really good bishop, and he's helping the poor, and he's really great. And I know he eventually helps Jean Valjean, but we have not gotten to that yet. Right now, we are learning all about him and his life. So it's slow. And again, it's in my second language. It's hard. I am pleasantly surprised at how much I am able to understand without consulting the English translation. Sometimes I can read several sentences in a row and know all the words, and I'm like, yeah! Obviously, although I'm getting a lot of new vocabulary right now, largely to do with the Catholic Church, but okay. And I will say that actually Victor Hugo is a very good writer, and there was this beautiful passage in the last chapter I was reading last night about the death penalty and the guillotine. And it was just like really moving. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. And I'll be real, I read French, I don't speak it. My pronunciation's gonna be bad. Le cheval est le complice du bourreau. Il devoure, il mange de la chair, il boit du sang. Le cheval est une sorte de monstre fabriqué par les juges et par les charpentiers. Un spectre qui semble vivre d'une espèce de vie épouvantable faite de toute la mort qu'il a donnée. Which translates to, the scaffold is the accomplice of the executioner. It devours, it eats flesh, it drinks blood. The scaffold is a sort of monster fabricated by the judge and the carpenter, a specter which seems to live with a horrible vitality composed of all the death which it has inflicted. It's like, whoa, wow. I was like, okay, Victor Hugo, go off. Go off, my guy. So obviously this is being written in mid 19th century. What year? What year were you? What year were you published? Yeah, 1862. And it's taking place, I know the main part of the story takes place in the 1830s, so I'm assuming this is quite a bit before that at the moment. So the revolution was not that far, like, off. Like, it had just happened at the point where this is taking place right now. So, and even at the point it was being written, it had been less than 100 years. So it was still very much in the minds of the people, obviously. And the whole passage, I mean, it was a much longer passage than what I just read to you, but even just that little bit was really powerful, and I was really impressed. So yeah, I'm gonna be reading at least a chapter of this a day, and we'll see how I go along. Again, definitely not keeping pace with the read along, but I am reading it. It's like a workout for my brain. And I think part of the problem is that I don't like working out, like, for my body. I'm always like, I should go to the gym. And I'm like, or I could stay in bed. And that's kind of how I've been feeling with this. I was like, I could go to the gym for my brain and read in French, or I could play Tiny Bookshop. But if I do a chapter a day, I think I will, first of all, I will get through it slowly but surely, but I think it will start to become easier. So yeah, definitely slow, but some great writing. Next up is a library book, and it was actually one of my most anticipated reads of the year. This is The Swan's Daughter by Roshani Chokshi, and it is super shiny. I'm sorry, I will try to keep it angled so that the ring light isn't. So this is a retelling of Swan Lake. It is a YA fantasy. I'm assuming it's gonna be a romance. I'm not using the word romantasy. I hate that word so much. Anyway. I'm only right at the start. I am, where am I? I'm on chapter 7, 60, no, that's 54 pages in. And I don't know, I don't feel really connected to the characters yet. And I'm just kind of like, eh. It's an interesting world. Like, we've had a whole creation myth in here that was very interesting. But I just don't feel any connection to the main character yet, Demelza. So I'm hoping that that starts soon. Because, yeah, I'd like having a connection to the characters. This is a really gorgeous book, though. It has sprayed, shiny, sparkly edges, which is really cool. And yeah, it's very pretty. But I'm not very far in. Like, the plot has just kind of gotten started. Chokshi has mostly been building her world, which is not really conducive to connecting with the characters a lot of the time. So, like, I get it. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see where this goes. The next one is one I feel like I've been reading forever. And this is The Complete Poems of Emily Dickinson. When did I start this? November? Beginning of December? Something like that. I am about halfway through, and actually, if you consider that a lot of it, or not a lot of this, but some of this in the back is just like the index and stuff, I am like that. So I am on poem 828 out of 1,775, so less than 1,000 poems to go. Oh yeah, I haven't picked this up in a while, I'll be honest. And when I was picking it up, I was like reading like 10 poems at a time, which I think honestly is quite enough because they just get too repetitive. I think I said that in my last currently reading video where I talked about it. Like it just gets to be, they all start to feel the same, and I don't want to experience them like that. I want to experience them like, I don't know, like, you know, like each one is a new thing, because it is. So another one that I'm going to be reading slowly, and I don't think I'm going to be finishing anytime soon, but sooner than Les Mis. So yeah, I think I need to get back to reading a little bit of this every day, like a few poems. And then book number 4, I have only just started, and it is Mary Barton by Elizabeth Gaskell for my Elizabeth Gaskell project. I've literally only read the introduction, which was by, who was it by? MacDonald Daly. Honestly, I didn't really like the introduction that much. Like, I was just like, I'm not impressed with this introduction. I don't feel like it's, like, I don't know. Like, he starts off with this theoretical thing, and I'm like, please get away from me. So yeah, I have not actually started the novel, but I have read the introduction, which does talk about the plot of the novel. I have read this before, so this is a reread. No memory of it. Like, I was reading the stuff in the introduction, and I'm like, well, I don't remember that. I don't even know who that is. So I would really like to finish this by the end of the month, since, you know, it's my Elizabeth Gaskell project book. It's the project I'm doing this year, and I would like to, you know, kind of start off on the right foot and read the first book in the month I'm supposed to be reading it. The video will be coming out in February, though, no matter what. So, but yeah, I'm hoping to enjoy this. It's a lot shorter than I remember it being. Like, it's with notes only just over 400 pages. And I don't know why I thought it was longer. But, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I will enjoy it this time. I think I gave it 3 stars the first time I read it. And obviously I don't remember it, so maybe this time I'll remember it. So those are the books that I am currently reading. Let me know down in the comments, have you read any of them? What did you think? What are you currently reading? If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more of my bookish content. It has been great chatting with you. I will see you soon. Bye.